button. So yeah, to do the rundown from last week, the party arrived in Shan at, it was about lunchtime, proceeded to go around and look for work. They went to Mikey basically went straight to Nana's
With me.
with Peter, and basically went, Do you remember the other timeline? I remember the to which
And then a wall exploded.
to which Nana's like, "Oh, okay, come with me to the back room. Sit in this chair." Straps him into a chair, throws a dish on his head, and basically puts a rubber stopper in his mouth and puts him in basically an electroshock therapy chair.
The best chair I've ever seen Mikey in.
Sucks like all of the memories of the alternate timeline out of his head into a crystal, which also probably shocked the shit out of him.
Yeah, I nearly died.
Doing something like 34 lightning damage or something.
Yeah, it did a lot.
Which promptly stopped both the memories and the voices. After which, in the strangely quiet room to Mikey's character, he then brings up the brand that's on his shoulder. Asks Nana if she can do anything with it. She examines it and goes, "Give me a moment." Walks into the other room, comes out in basically power armor, then puts more protective gear on over the top of that.
Yeah, puts rubber gloves over the steel power armor.
Proceeds to pick up what is basically a anti-magic mace, which was disrupting even Mikey's magic just being near it, and tries to dispel it. Both parties make a strength saving throw. Mikey succeeds, Nana does not. Nana gets blasted through the wall into the main lobby, destroying the front counter. While most of the party's at the front going, "The fuck happened?"
And Frank was in a tub. Or a barrel.
Yeah. Frank ended up was working on something 1 second, and then was head down, feet in the air in a tub full of sawdust and iron shavings. The party proceeds to yank him out. Like, Nana goes, "I can't fix that. Whatever the hell that is a much more powerful, and it's got like multiple levels of wards on it." To which Mikey basically goes, "Fuck, thanks for nothing," and walks out. I forget. I don't think anybody else did anything in there at that time. So most of the party goes back to the tavern. Mikey, and I think nothing else happened for the rest of the day. They basically just did a little bit of a break. They're like, "Hey, what do we want to do?" Nothing so much. They went up, they went to sleep. Mikey wakes up with a start in the middle of the night as the voices have come back, and they're pissed at him for ignoring them and trying to make them go away.
It was on purpose.
Yep, that was basically how the conversation went. Which at around like 3 in the morning is when Azia, Bailey's character, comes into town, goes straight to Nana's shop, goes, "The front room's smashed, that's a problem for the morning," goes upstairs, go to bed.
He also fixed the bell.
Yeah, that was he cast like one mending spell on the way in to fix the doorbell. First thing in the morning, Jess goes over to see Nana. Probably asks Nana, "What happened? Can you do this?" Asks for a couple of things. Runs into Azir, who basically goes, "I'll catch up with the party in like a couple of hours." Like, slowly, just very much morning zombie coffee drinking. Having only had like 3 hours of sleep. Proceeds to go back, on the way back to the tavern, goes looking for, and I quote, "shinies." What kind of shinies? The shiniest shinies.
Oh, I remember what happened now.
Yeah.
How can you forget?
Poured myself out to Nana, remember? And I ran into Azia. It was the other way round.
And promptly finds an antique shop, goes through nothing in the antique shop except for this very, very shiny sword that's up in Discord. That catches her eye. The moment she goes, "Ooh," in the back of her mind it goes, "Buy me." And she fails a charisma saving throw and is now compelled to buy said sword. She proceeds to go When the party was also in seeing Nana originally, they also got paid for the experimentation items, which Pete handed back the gloves of skill or what have you.
The cursed gloves of skill.
And I forget if Mikey handed back the earworm or not.
Yeah, I did. I said, this is in my pocket because I used remove curse on myself
Yeah,
and it fell off.
I knew you showed her that it was uncursed. I didn't remember if you handed it back.
I said, here, have this.
Jess then proceeds to go around trying to like do pickup jobs and like borrow money from other party members. Upon asking the other party members, they're like, "What do you need money for?" And she's like, "None of your business." They proceed to ask Cole, and Cole's like, "She was looking at a sword in the antique store just up the road." To which Trent's character's like, "Ooh," and walks out of the room. Bailey's character's like, "What's he doing?" Casts invisibility and walks out of the room. This is like 10 o'clock at night at this point. Then we do a little bit of talking and party, and we cut back to Trent and Bailey arriving. Well, Bailey arrives at the antique store just as Trent has grapple hooked and pulled himself in a second-story window, beginning a break-in. I can hear a TV in someone's background, just for reference.
Same.
Apparently mine, because it's not doing the no audio.
And he proceeds to sneak downstairs, relatively unseen, make his way through the main area of the antique store. Nothing catches his eye except for the sword in the window. Upon getting to the sword in the window, he begins looking around, and there's a message on the window that I forget what it was.
It says hi.
It was basically hi, as Bailey's character had invisibly breathed on the window and hi into the window. They proceed to go back with various sign language through the window about how they're going to disarm this little sword case, because upon an inspection they did discover that it did have a trap on it, a small pressure switch in the corner. 20 minutes of fumbling later, they finally managed to disarm the trap and open the case.
It's the only way they communicate because one was inside and the other one was outside and invisible was by breathing on a window.
Yeah. They proceed to get it open, and Trent immediately tries to pick the sword up, and is promptly told to make a dex save, which he fails and is struck by lightning. Thrown across the room, knocking several tables over, promptly waking up the owner. His answer is not flee, it's I'll dump a bag of ball bearings at the bottom of the stairs. And hide. The crotchety old, basically uncle from Jackie Chan's Adventures comes scampering downstairs. What's going on? Hits the ball bearings, slips, tabletops, smashes his head into the bottom stair, and doesn't move. Not being concise with possibly having murdered someone and having their theft attempt stopped, he spends 10 minutes picking up all of the ball bearings before leaving. Never once checking on the man.
So
They get outside. Bailey's character, beside him invisibly, goes, "What the fuck was that?" to the general air, because upon leaving, Trent had also cast invisibility on himself, I believe.
Mm-hmm. We were both invisible.
They proceed to go back to the tavern. And they do not speak of it to anyone. The next morning, Jess's character's like, "I've got enough money." Goes to try and bargain the sword down. Walks in, finds the old man, like, slowly picking up and reorganizing the store. Massive bandage and, like, an ice pack tied to the back of his head. And she's like, "Sword! Sword!" And he's like,
No, I offer him happy juice. Happy
You
makes
asked about
better
the sword first. You offered him a potion afterwards. And
Doesn't matter. It's meant to be a quick rundown.
And
Let's keep going.
I'm doing the quick rundown. We were specifically having me do it so people weren't piping in. He ends up offering her the sword for about 800 gold cheaper than he had originally offered, because somebody, and I quote, "tried to steal it last night, and I've sent an image of both perpetrators, one albeit blurry, to the guards. You can have the sword before they come back and actually steal it for 3,700 gold." To which Jess's character, I think, like, bargains him down a little bit. I forget to how much. And gets the sword, probably picks it up, It gets told to make a charisma saving throw, fails, and then silently just walks back towards the tavern. And that's where we're picking it up from.
Do I have
Cool.
access to the thingy?
I will give it to you now.
My rundown was going to be so much less detailed, by the way.
I just like how the attempted robbery turned it into attempted murder.
Attempted manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
How do you
Whatever.
attempt manslaughter?
I don't know.
Well, at first you attempt murder, and
It
then you
should-
fail, and you say you attempted manslaughter.
It should be in your journal.
I have found it.
Because the attempt is what makes it murder.
Yeah.
So it's about 9:30, maybe quarter to 10 by the time Crack-a-Kaboom just walks back into the tavern with this jagged long sword.
Cool.
And just silently
Hey, I see you got your new sword. How's it going?
I look at Trent and be like, look, she's better at stealing than you.
Crack-a-Kaboom just walks straight up and goes, "Yes, I did retrieve my new sword. Thank you for asking."
Hey, what's up with you? You can't speak that normally.
Whatever do you mean? I can speak perfectly normal.
Hello, fellow adventurers.
Who are you?
Okay, Holy Man,
I
just
would,
spell curse, please.
I would like. Actually, no. All of your passives will be kind of. This voice is coming out without her mouth moving.
What's going on?
Who's talking?
I am. Voice comes from her general direction.
Who are
Well,
you?
it's not Bird.
Can I do a perception check to try and locate the sound of the voice?
Certainly.
It's coming from Jess.
Coming from somewhere.
It's coming from her general direction.
Well, I think. Oh, sorry, that was the GM, but I think I rolled and I know where it's coming from.
To the GM, that was a 29. Yes. The sound is coming from her right hand, roughly around the hilt of the sword.
Yeah, I've done that.
Sword magic, yo!
Yeah.
That's what you get in the first turn.
Wait, sorry, wrong.
Because detect magic does more things the longer you hold it, I believe.
I was going to my room now, James.
You get no say in the matter.
Hey, Bird, come here.
Apparently you have a talking sword.
Interesting.
You say that like this is new.
She didn't have one yesterday.
It's true.
Bird, come here.
How do you know? If I do not speak as you say, how do you know I've not just always had a talking sword?
A, because you're talking about yourself and not Crack-a-Kaboom. And B, because you're a talking sword and she didn't have one when she left this morning.
Plus, you have such an electrifying presence.
Hey, Bird, come here.
Yes, there's sword.
There's just a audible and at which point, Jess, you have control of your character again. As it relinquishes control of your own body.
No, I couldn't. Yeah, Mike.
Bird, come here.
I look at my key character. Yes?
That
Come here.
time the mouth moves.
Thanks for clearing it up.
Can you hold something for me? That. Except I'm still oh no, I'm not in GM rolls.
Hey, Mikey, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
I got +7.
Fair. Jess, roll a charisma saving throw.
Fuck it up.
God, no.
And then you take it back out.
You're a charisma caster. Do good.
Oh, wow.
I don't think that'll do it.
I need to quickly check the... No. You
No,
hear,
I don't think-
no! And then the sword just slices at your hand. Does not hit you.
Whoa.
My hand or Mikey's
Mikey's.
Well, that's more powerful than I am.
No, the thing is, you had to make the save because of an effect to actually do it. Jess's save, you never touched her with Remove Curse. You never actually got the spell off.
Oh.
You started to manifest the spell, and then basically as you went to touch her, the sword swiped at you to stop you from touching her and firing the spell off.
Alright, I've got a fix for that. Stand still.
One moment, I have to go read a thing.
Oh, this is fun.
Does that spell require somatic components?
Yep.
No, not your spell.
Which one?
The one that Jess is now casting.
Let's just go with yes. Let's go with yes.
No. It doesn't. You go hold person. Jess, make a saving throw against hold person.
What is it? It's wisdom save.
As you are being held personed. Or you can willingly fail this if you wish.
That'll do it.
So, she resists your hold person.
Mm-hmm.
Your spell just does not cling. Nothing else happens.
Yeah, you guys want to chime in any time here?
I don't think I have anything.
What are you doing to the bird?
Trying to remove curse.
Right.
What, a curse?
No, the spell.
Who are you casting that
I
on?
cast
Jess or Mikey?
Yes.
Bailey, who is your target?
Bailey's not talking to you.
Bailey died.
I apologize, I had myself muted. Shit. That's on Mikey.
Okay, so Mikey cannot be willingly attacked without a wisdom saving throw. Good to know.
James, I would like to stand up, go to the kitchen, acquire 3 apples, and put them on the end of my grappling hook.
Sure, it'll probably take you about a minute, but you can do it.
That's fine.
He just gets up and walks out of the room.
I'm assuming I feel like they're attacking my new sword or trying to take my new sword.
All you all see is just me get up holding a grappling hook. And
You
walk
can
off.
assume whatever, like, they're actively doing.
I've done nothing. I just asked, and now I'm just like.
You're under
standing
no
back
current
going,
compulsions.
I'm trying to touch you, and then you tried to cut me. So I tried to make you stop cutting me. Literally all that's happening right now.
That wording, though.
Am I allowed to do something that is only a reaction in battle?
Yeah. Technically, you still have a reaction.
What did you just say?
I take a step backwards. I take a step away from the party.
That's illegal.
Hey, James.
I said, "Bird, come here."
Yes, Bailey. Give me a second. You
does
can
the
talk
sword
while I
appear-
read.
Does the sword appear to be made of metal?
Yes.
Hmm.
I know what he's about to try and do.
I may use Stein.
Yeah.
What you want a drink?
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
A wisdom saving throw, or you're charmed by him.
Fuck you.
Isn't she already charmed?
No, actually, as I said, she's under no current compulsions.
Oh, right.
Which is why I went, ooh, I can do something.
When she got control of her body, she was no longer charmed. What is your save DC? Probably less than that, because it's off
Probably
his
less.
intelligence.
He
So he
beats
would-
it by 1.
He would have had to have like a 20 intelligence, I think, to beat that.
Intelligence is 16.
Oh, that would be an 18 because you guys have got 3 proficiency. So you're not charmed. Yes, Bailey, the sword is made of metal.
Hmm. Very tempting.
I just look at the group and go, "What the fuck are you people doing?"
I'm just trying to
I
touch.
actually I haven't attacked. I just stuck a thing on Mikey's back and said, "You're good to go."
I just want a crisp high five, is what I'm after.
Then high five yourself. Let the bird go. They haven't done anything.
Did you not miss the part where she tried to cut me? Was I the only one who saw that?
I also saw you try cast a spell. You try to do that shit on me, and I'm going to do the same without asking.
Are you not at all concerned about the talking sword?
It's done nothing to us yet, so no.
I look at Mikey's character at the mention of the talking sword, hiss at you and say, my shiny.
I'm not trying to take the shiny. I just want to touch it.
That doesn't sound good.
Go on, Mikey. Touch the sword.
I'm trying.
Touch it harder.
That's cool.
See, now that's when I sit there and go, she could give you the sword at high velocity through your chest.
I don't want.
Actually,
I just.
no, unless a wisdom save's made.
James, I wish to take a step closer or two towards the stairs.
Sure.
Moving away
She
from
takes
the party.
another step towards the stairs.
I turn to Cole. Has she done anything weird apart from the sword talking?
She brought the sword and walked here. You are the ones being weird.
You don't think it's weird
I
that she's
typically
being
agree with
possessed
that
by a
statement.
sword?
Cole just sort of turns and looks at you with this sort of really.
That's a very astute observation for a kobold.
I look at the party and say, my shiny again.
Yeah, I don't want to take it. I just want to check it.
Great, give it, whatever. As long as you're shiny and you don't backstab us, we're fine.
Or slash us. No, I'm not there, so I can't talk.
It's around now you would emerge from the kitchen with your apple hook.
Does the situation still look tense?
Jess is backing away from everyone else.
And I'm just sitting there very calmly.
Huh.
Trent's channeling a Minecraft villager.
I
Ah.
I would like to load the grappling hook into my crossbow
With the,
Oh, God.
with the
carefully
apples
while
on.
staring at the bird's sword.
And I'm
Certainly.
going to I'm going to stand up. 'Cause I've been sitting down this whole time apparently. And kind of just generally say to everybody, even though I'm aware that everyone probably already knows this, that the sword appears to have some sort of control over her. And just
As I said, it hasn't done shit to us yet. Leave it be.
Do you know what preventative measures are?
Agree.
I do.
That's where you stab the thing before it stabs you, right?
Well, not so much stabbing.
It's putting
You-
on an
you-
extra set of gloves before touching hot metal.
You stab everyone before anything even happens, so butt out you.
Rude.
You stabbed Pete, he wasn't even looking at you.
I did not stab him. I shot a crossbow at him. It's slightly different.
Yeah, it's stabbing from range.
Exactly.
It had
Uh,
Could easily not been me.
attached.
Potato, tomato. Well, Raymond's already said it's magic, because I can't remember Raymond's character's name. Oh, it is Elder. Already said it's magic. I just want to make sure it's not bad magic.
Right. Well, how
Know
about
what
you
school
let
it is
her
yet?
voluntarily give you the sword at a later date?
Because if it's bad magic, she could be possessed, and therefore unable to let us check it.
Well, how do we find out if it's good or bad magic?
Well, it's already been talking through her.
Crack.
No, not now.
I turn to Azia. Look at Azia.
Would you mind if I did the identify thing on the sword again, just to make sure on the sword, like I did with that necklace, to make sure it's safe?
I look at his ear and say, my shiny. No take.
You can hold it while we cast it.
So
I
no
only
one
have
has
to
tried to
identify-
take it yet.
I look at Look at his ear and say, okay.
I mean, that's fair. Haley's the Blade Singer wizard, so she's the one that might want to take it.
No one has even suggested taking it off her yet. We just want to look at it and touch it.
I put my hand in it. Fine.
I've already
Fine.
touched it.
I look at his ear and say, you're here, and back away slightly from the others.
Uh-huh.
I sit back down.
Do you hold the sword out for identify?
I hold the sword out for Bailey to identify, but do not let go of it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
The sword is being presented in front of you.
Lick it.
Let's give it a go.
Okay, I'm going to ask this. Are you quick casting or are you slow casting this? Are you casting as a ritual or are you casting it using a spell slot or your once-a-day feature?
Considering the potential danger this is, I'm using my once-a-day feature.
So you learn it in it's still a minute. Still takes you a minute
So it
to
is.
identify.
Ritual casting, it would be 11.
Yeah. Okie dokie dokie dokie.
Okay.
I'ma just share that to Bailey's journal. There you go, Bailey.
Good juju or bad juju?
Let the juju be assessed first.
Some weird shit juju.
Interesting.
Well, anyway, thank you. And I'm going to take a minute to take a few steps back and then turn around and walk back to the table.
That bad.
Did he get anything different?
He got the exact same thing you got.
Good juju or bad
I
juju?
asked him what it was.
Well, this thing is interesting.
Oh my god, you
Now,
suck. Is it good or bad? Speak plainly.
Or forever hold your tongue.
Some of us have got homicidal maniacs to run from.
I understand.
I
Let's
just
put it
side
this way,
eye.
this sword would probably help against said homicidal maniac.
Yes, but will we survive the attempt?
Important questions.
Well, we
She
might.
That's not what I asked. Why can't you just answer a question I ask you just once?
It's on neutral ground. It's got good stuff and it's gonna hurt. Just don't let it. If
I'd like to point out, identify only tells him what the magical properties of the sword are. It does not tell him any alignment any item would hold.
I know, but it tells him if it's cursed, though, right?
Make the thunder.
Yes, it does mention if it's cursed or not.
Can I do the thunder thing with it?
Sure.
I got a flinch.
okay, so first of all,
Oh, lightning job.
so essentially I only know the last
Ah.
paragraph, don't I, James?
The step.
Yes. I don't actually know if I've added that to your spell list yet.
What's the step do?
It is Misty Step with a loud bang and some lightning damage.
And a little bit further range because it can go 90
Can
feet.
I do that to the top? Can I do that across the room just for the sake of I can?
She's
Be mindful we're in a building.
She just sort of points. You don't know what's happening. She sort of points forwards, and pew! She's on the other side of the room.
10 foot of her.
No one's within 10 feet. She does
Good.
fuck up the floorboard slightly, and I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw due to the fact that it's a thunderclap inside an enclosed building,
Well,
audible to 300 feet.
Well,
Also, just a heads up,
Ouch.
yes, you have to be able to see your destination.
Yeah, she's doing it straight across the room. I'm adding the spell to her
No,
list
for future
now.
reference.
Can I do it to Cole? Can I do Cole?
Yeah, you can go to Cole. I'm adding it to her spell list now.
Not very many people are good at this.
When the thunderclap happens, can I dive behind some things in response?
It will hurt like
it's happening again.
Let's make a con save.
No, you do not, because you are technically teleporting when the thunder crack happens.
It's true.
Oh no, she can actually crack kaboom now.
Actually, Trent, as of like this level, she's also been able to cast lightning bolt.
This is more a crack boom than lightning bolt.
This is true.
Hey, here's the thing. She goes teleport, which is the crack, and then she Eldritch Blast for the boom.
She's scary.
See, that's not natural. That never happened before.
That's the sword.
Yes, but
I
is
instantly
it
recognize
cursed?
No. Not from what I
Good.
can tell.
That's all the information we needed.
I put my new shiny away. Like,
Uh-huh.
my back.
But why does it talk?
Well, why don't
I
you ask
talk
it?
because I talk because I have opinions.
No one was talking to you.
Same.
I just look at Mikey's character and go, "Really? This coming from you?"
I know. I've got enough voices. I don't know where they come from. I don't need another one.
This is my first voice. This is exciting.
Trust me, it gets old very quickly.
Fair enough.
Everyone remembers that first psychosis.
I remember my first psychotic break.
Good
It's
times.
just like it was tomorrow.
We'll be back in a sec, guys.
Hmm.
Eyes.
Guys.
Oh.
I think we were her children.
I don't know, Amanda. Okay.
Ugh.
Why do I feel really concerned?
Why can't you just answer a question when someone asks you one?
Who? Me?
Not
Because I'm a
you.
mechanic. We do not answer questions properly.
Wait, is
Clearly.
And you see the shit that happens when you don't.
It's also incredibly irritating.
What kind of sword is the sword?
Sharp one.
Very big, jagged.
The one or two ender.
Technically a longsword. Longsword.
Question.
So.
Oh, you've got
versatile.
questions now, have you?
I do actually know the sword's name now too, don't I?
Haley, because you weren't present, the sword is like 3 posts up in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Look right above Uncle from Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh, cool, cool. Is it like one or two-handed?
It's a longsword. It's versatile.
Okay.
So it's one and two-handed.
So if it was any bigger, I was gonna make the argument that I don't want it because it's two-handed, but okay.
I mean,
I can't
to be
use
fair,
this argument anymore.
anything can be two or one-handed.
Just depends how many fingers aren't actually touching it.
Question, what happened with the people in the update state?
Yeah, I'm about to get to that now. I was just adding something.
We could have just ignored that whole part.
Cole's fine. Thea, Azir, Dalian, you all take, and Torrin. Basically, everyone who rolled below a 10. You all take 1d4 thunder damage. /
One. Awesome.
1d4.
Cool.
By the way, kaboom.
Three thunder damage, and are deafened for a round.
What?
What?
God, excuse me.
So, I'm
I'm
fine.
sorry, you'll have to speak louder. I cannot hear you.
You have to speak up and wear
Everyone who rolled above a 10 takes one thunder damage and is not deafened.
Cool. A singular thunder damage. Oh man.
Ouch.
Yes, sass the DM more.
I look at Cole and say, I'm going to my room.
What?
Please don't do that again.
Where?
Huh?
I wish you to proceed up to the room.
You walk back across the room.
Yep.
and go upstairs.
As you get that, I say, how many times can you do that?
What?
It would have been more than 6 seconds.
But that's no fun.
Also, that's a thing. How many people were paying attention to me doing
No one.
good?
Doing what though? Maybe? Question mark? How many
Doing identifiers.
apples in my grappling hook?
Me.
I mean, we're all standing around for a minute waiting to find out if this thing is good or bad.
So we all watched
Probably
you, at least. On the sword.
I wish to try and talk to the sword, James.
Certainly.
I pull it out and look and say, friend, name.
My name is Folgorn.
It's not Barry.
And as for friend, I'm sure we can come to an understanding.
Yep, bad sword.
I'm a sword. I'm not exactly anyone's friend. I'm an instrument of justice.
Oh god.
Oh god, it's an edgelord.
It's Batman the sword.
Batman the sword.
The hammer of justice is unisex. Well, in this case, it's the sword of hammer, sword of justice. But
Yes, the sword of hammers.
shut up.
I look and say, friend, I'm, and then make the sound for cracker kaboom, and then go, bird.
I think you should roleplay that, Jeff.
I'm well aware of what your name is. Your friend said it several times.
Mainly just bird.
I like how you were suddenly all, ooh, interesting, it's ominous, and then I think you're just like, oh. Haley got visibly disappointed that it wasn't an ominous way of knowing her name.
It was foretold.
I look at the sword and say, no, her little friend, Cole, my friend.
Well, fuck the rest of us, eh?
Yeah.
I have yet to see someone
mean-
who is on my list of justice. I have
The list of justice.
I have but one duty, and you will help me fulfill it.
So how do you make this list?
You're already on your way, buddy.
You don't want to be on the list.
I say, don't hurt other friends either.
Unless they get in my way, I will not.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Yep.
What
Well, it was nice knowing everyone.
do?
Okay, I have a backup.
I don't.
I have a people to protect and a creator to free.
I will protect all sorts.
Damn it, Bailey, did you do this one too?
So say made by Bailey on the front.
I do not know my creator's name. I do not know if they are still on this plane, as I was created. It stops for a second. What year is it?
Definitely not mine then.
It's 2000. It's 2000.
So Craig would know that.
Do you know what year it is now?
Haley,
Then
you're
yes, your character would know what year it is.
So I tell him, I say 2000.
I have not had a wielder in 1100 years.
Long
Definitely not Bailey.
I think it's funny that nobody's walked past that shop in 1100 years.
No, difference. Wielder, not owner.
Yeah, but the only reason she's wielding because it talked to it through the window.
It also rejected Trent.
A lot of people.
There
do
is
that.
a very specific criteria for this sword to pick a wielder.
You have to be called Jess.
It has to be for plot reasons.
No, actually, Bailey actually knows the attunement requirement, and he's aware that there's one other party member able to attune to this sword.
Yeah, because he created it.
Oh no.
I did not fucking create another shit. This is my problem. This is someone else's.
Oh god.
Anyway, while that's going on, I turn to Mikey's character and go, So now that Asir's here and Bird's back, we should really start heading out again, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't want to die.
How
It's
about
Sure.
you
just
stay
a
marriage?
just a thing I have.
I also agree. We should leave very promptly. Isn't that right? Not Bailey. Mikey's character. I forget
Yes.
your name, sorry.
Torin.
Yes. Leave like yesterday. Now. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
I
Yeah?
agree. Let's go.
Cool.
Well, we've got to wait for the bird to come back down.
Just go knock on her door.
But
Now she'll catch up.
I'll do that in a bit.
It's also like 9 in the morning.
I'm gonna go knock on their door instead.
Okay.
Anyway, what I was saying is, have you guys got enough ship for like 2 to 3 weeks travel?
Yeah, sure. It should be fine.
Yes, I do have enough magic.
I have food. Let me buy some food.
I can create food.
You can
You
create.
could also die.
You're also the one being hunted.
It's okay. I have a crossbow. I can catch my food.
I've got healing spells. It's fine.
I might just
Anyway.
rely on people with food.
But I don't want
anything from the basic equipment guide you can find pretty easily.
looking at
You
lists.
can get rations fairly easily.
Oh, I found this belt of fire giant strength in a bin.
Rations are like 2 silver.
I said
yeah?
player handbook. Those are in the DM's guide, Mikey.
Curses.
There are no magic items in the player's handbook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a last thing, I can say, friend, you shiny.
Sort of
Yes,
offended.
I am very shiny as a little lightning bolt runs up the vein of the sword.
Oh, it's vain too. It's definitely evil.
Fuck.
I can put the sword back away and say, friend, as I put it
You don't have a sheath or anything.
It's just you gotta hold it.
just holds it and just ignores it. Friend.
You don't have a holster or anything.
Well, I guess I'm gonna buy one.
Can you imagine buying a sword for $3,000 and not getting a sword?
Yeah, not coming with a sheath. That's what happens when you haggle him down 3,000 gold.
Haley.
To be
I
fair,
was
he may have been selling it. He may have been selling it in the display box.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Did I ever get the money back from you?
I don't think so. I only have 40 gold.
There is no
Sorry.
money here.
Oh. We'll
No,
get
that's
it
when
back
you go,
another
"What are you talking about?"
time Then.
What?
We'll get it back another time then.
Yeah.
No, Haley does have more money. Haley has not been in a session since the reset when the party was actually paid for the airship.
Oh, how much gold am I meant to have?
I don't remember.
Enough for a sword and a
I did
display
tell
case.
Trent to add it to your sheet.
Oh, awkward.
It was 7,000, wasn't it?
46 gold.
If he's got $7,000, I want.
I'm pretty sure I did the thing.
No, she has 40 gold.
Hey, paying attention is not for everyone, alright?
I bought rations, and now I have 40 gold.
Well, that's your fault.
Add 400 gold.
I have
I was gonna-
enough for you.
It was somewhere in the realm of 400 to 500 gold for each for the airship.
How much was it to transcribe that bloody fireball spell?
I was going to say the airship she got paid for.
She
But
was.
then what did she spend the money on?
He was there when we got paid for the airship.
Not for the delivery of the airship. Haley was not in that session.
Trent was.
No, it was Haley there. Trent wasn't, because Trent was still at the capital looking for a pilot.
No, Trent arrived because Trent was also in Ditch with me and Raymond
No.
in the Maudlands.
I don't care. Haley at
Hey.
200 gold.
James, why don't you record these things?
Anyway, what I was originally going to say is, looking at my notes, the only payment we have is 350 gold to everyone, and then those that had the experiments got 100
Anyway,
gold,
I'd
100
like to-
pieces gold per experiment.
Well, then she'd have 350 gold. Because she obviously has not spent that since she's not been here. That's what I asked, like, if anybody had any payments. I said 400 because I thought that was around that. So you've got 350 gold, Haley.
Cool. I've adjusted.
How much does it cost to transcribe Fireball?
Wait, wasn't
Fair bit. Third levels are pretty expensive, aren't they?
50
70,
gold per level.
150 gold for Fireball.
Haley had a question.
Yep.
Didn't that happen in the other timeline?
The lending of the money happened
Yeah.
before the set.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is,
Oh, true.
basically all money spent in the alternate timeline has equivalently been spent through like minor jobs that were done during a time skip to get you up to the same time frame.
Fair. It was more of a question of would I still have Fireball if it was in the other timeline?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you bought the scrolls before going into the Mournlands, and you would have
Yeah.
basically just spent a couple of days downtime scribing them during the 5 weeks of minor jobs that we skipped over.
Yeah, cool. Well, I've taken the 150 off my gold, so you can have that.
Sweet. Thank you.
No problem. I can now blow you up.
Money well invested.
At this point, Azia knocks on Krakakaboom's door.
Same.
I open the door.
Question.
This was a trap.
I think we're leaving soon.
Friend.
Friend. Thumbs up. And then walks away. That's all there is.
Down. I look at Cole and say, "Shop back soon," and walk out again.
Cole just sort of shrugs and sits down to eat breakfast.
All right, everybody ready to go?
Yes.
Breakfast.
I'm already outside, so.
You can eat while you walk.
Sure.
Eat while you walk.
Breakfast, and then I have to do a quick shop.
Oh my god.
Hey, well, Haley also wanted to go buy rations as well.
Yeah, I've already added them to my inventory. But,
Yeah,
that's cool.
well, it'll take probably an hour or two for everybody to do their mundane shopping.
Fair.
Yeah.
My
Well, in
shopping
that
is
time,
done.
rather than shopping, I go straight to Nana.
Nerd.
Actually, I want to ask her if she has any updated information on what we're looking for in private.
So everyone can do their mundane shopping.
Oh wait, that's right. I've got to talk to Nana as well. I forgot about that.
So do you go with?
Lovely.
Yep, I forgot about that. Because she's going to talk to old mate for me.
Old mate.
So you both arrive into Nana's shop. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. The front room is basically back to exactly how it was 2 days ago. Except, like, stuff's covered with a new coat of lacquer, so it looks ever so slightly off. And out from behind the counter comes the 4-something-foot tall grandma.
Say
Back again, are ya?
Yeah, he might be soon. I was going to say, can we talk in a back room for a second?
Back room or back room?
Back.
Back. Follow me this way. And
I'll just wait here.
she takes you.
I was going to say, I'm pretty. Didn't you get the tattoo? The
There's-
mark?
yeah, but I don't know why you're there.
True.
She takes you down the back, through the side corridor, through the hidden entrance, down to the sealed and warded room. Shuts the room. What is it you need to ask?
Well, I'm guessing I can talk freely here about the job.
If you can't, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah, true. Anyway, have you heard anything about what's happening down at the keep last 3
No,
months?
that's what I hired you for.
You hired us to look under the keep.
Yes. So
Do you know what happened last time we went there?
Yes, you fucked up royally.
Yes.
But who told the old lady that?
We did.
Probably
my mother.
Probably the Kenneth that the party tore the tongue out of.
How did he tell her?
That came home going, "Oh my god, the thumb a tongue."
Oh my god, guys!
Before getting a prosthetic one. And then
Prosthetic,
bitching,
not-
and then
anyway, just
bitching
read
up a
it.
storm.
Still the tongue now.
What I wanted to know is, A, do you have any idea why he was there?
Again, that's what I hired you for.
He
I
actually
hired
was,
kind of
you
hoping
to investigate the keep for suspected rumors. I haven't sent anybody else because I'm trying to keep this on the down low. You don't keep it on the
Yeah.
down low by sending 7 teams.
True. I was kind of hoping he was one of yours. Fuck. Now I need to go talk to her. Okay. Okay, that's about as much information as you'll be able to give me. Shit. Alright, well, we'll go back. Sorry for wasting your time. I'm guessing next time we come back, we'll have some other news, hopefully.
Hopefully,
Go talk to
I'm paying you
Torin.
good money.
Yes. Go talk to Torin. I'll go talk to her.
Just sort of lets you out, takes you back upstairs.
I then immediately go to the Ducanis estate.
Walks up to Torin. So, he's a bust. What about you?
I suppose you heard back from my contact.
Yes.
Any updates? Am I still boned?
Kinda, yeah.
Fuck.
They're doing their best to track down the individual, but as you can imagine,
He's tricksy.
he's basically vanished off the map. It would seem his base is shrouded in some respect. He's also
Yep,
apparently
it
going
was
by.
hard to find.
He's also going by some level of alias.
Awesome.
So when we sent a message to the town requesting them, they basically said, "Oh, that person's never worked here." When questioned, they had an entirely different tiefling working under their order that has just taken a vacation.
Awesome. I am filled with confidence. I am definitely going to see my next birthday.
As long as it's tomorrow.
I mean, what can I say except
You're welcome.
maybe buy some armor?
I'm standing there in adamantium plate.
Yeah, better armor. Or
Do
like
you have
some
any?
form of golem or something. Depends how much money you've got.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna take my chances.
That's going to end well.
I may see you in the afterlife.
She reaches into her back into her side pouch and hands you a gift wrapped small little box. I was told to hand you this though.
Oh,
And it came with a note saying, "Open in private."
oh, good. That definitely won't explode.
You got a booty call in a box.
Not if it came from who I think it came from. Alrighty. Do you have a back room I can use?
You can use the examination room we used last time. It's recently been rebuilt.
Oh, good.
You know where it is.
Yeah. Bit harder to access the last time. That was more open plan.
Yeah. You walk down the corridor and into the side room. There is a lock on the door.
Is it unlocked?
You walk into the room.
Oh, sorry.
No.
My brain skipped that part of the sentence. I go in there and I guess I lock the door.
You lock the door.
You guess?
It seems prudent.
I'm assuming you open the gift wrap box.
Yeah.
There are 3 things inside the box.
Mm-hmm. Am I going to need a pen for this?
Probably wouldn't hurt. There is a note, a spherical brass object, and a vial with a single blue tablet in it.
Oh, good. What's the note say?
Yeah, I'll get to that easily.
Yep.
Oh no, that was to Pete. Pete whispered me.
Mm.
The note reads, regrettably, I was unable to obtain any information on your current situation. As per our agreement and talks, I have supplied you with 2 items I deem appropriate to keep our dealings as secretive as possible. Enclosed is 1 artificer hand grenade and 1 cyanide pill.
Cool. Hopefully I can.
As per your teachings and our understandings, I hope you use both when relevant.
Yeah.
If I do not hear from you within a month, I will assume you dead. End of note.
I've got great friends.
Yeah.
Right, time to go find out if Bailey's hungry.
What?
One second. I was eating when Mikey said that.
I broke James a little bit.
I know.
Mikey,
I
don't
just
kill the DM.
I just inhaled Bavarian.
Damn it! No,
Not again.
not do this.
Please refer to the TikTok I submitted last week.
I have not seen it.
James,
What's the doc?
In the Discord chat. Check them later.
I
Yes.
will.
where in town would I most likely be able to find the required materials to make my little mini forge?
A blacksmith.
Ford shop.
What you need is heat heat insulating bricks, charcoal, and then probably a fuck ton of brass and a boiler. And probably some form of bellows. So probably
You said about 500 gold last time. That's why.
yeah,
I'm
probably
asking.
I would say if you go to the smiths near the airship yards, you'll probably be able to source most of the materials from around there.
How are you transporting a forge?
This is a compact mini forge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still made of bricks and a shit ton of brass.
Yeah, see
This bitch has a bag of holding.
That's true. Forgot about that.
he's basically making a propane bottle forge.
It's still going to be effective though.
So yeah, you can obtain those. Haley, you can buy your basic rations. Jess, you can buy you have 2 options. If you want to get a scabbard, it will take 3 days as it has to be custom made, and you are required to leave the sword there for wet casting.
No.
Or you can buy a frog harness, which is basically just an elaborate belt for 2 copper.
Ribbit.
If I went for the small ceremonial daggers, I have 2 of.
No,
Oh, dear
those actually have cord to tie to your belt.
Okay, I will spend the 2 copper.
You
Anyone
could
else doing
always
any
buy the
mundane shopping?
material.
Anyone else doing any mundane shopping before we go to Peter?
No.
No, I'd like to go.
People happy make better juice.
If you need more potions, roll an investigation check. Peter, you arrive at the De Kenneth households.
Okay, I missed half of that because just cut in. What was that?
You arrive at the De Kenneth Manor ship.
I go round to the 7 entrance on the side.
You go to the 7 entrance. You are let in as they know you at the gates.
I go to the kitchen of the house,
Yep.
find the head chef, and then I immediately ask if she's home.
The lady of the manor is in, yes. She has recently just returned from a shopping expedition to the lower cog. As I believe a salesman she was waiting for has just recently in the last day or 2 returned to Shan.
Is that the one Bailey ran into?
Mother. Your mother? Really?
You know my mother.
Ma'am.
Is she? You know she's alone.
I believe. The other lord and lady of the house are presently out. The young master, last I saw him, was in a rather temperamental mood, though.
I can imagine. I will go up and see her.
She's in her study.
Thank you. I then walk through the house straight to the study.
As you leave the room, he's like, that boy.
That boy, I'm older than most of the staff.
Oh, you.
Not the head chef, you're not.
True.
You arrive at the study.
I knock.
Enter. Nope, I'm not doing that voice.
Well, I was gonna say,
I did that
my
once.
mother's in like her 80s.
I tried to do like dignified older voice, and it just squeaked. And I'm like, nope, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I
Enter.
enter through the door. I enter and close the door behind myself.
Dalian, what can I do for you today?
We need to speak in private.
She just sort of waves her hand, and a handful of sigils line up across the room. As you know, my
Thank
study
you.
is always private.
Hey.
Jesus.
I have one question.
You're right, is it?
And I have a few.
What was he doing there?
I do not keep tracks of exactly what your brother does. He is an adult, just as you are. And
He claimed to be there on your orders.
And he is expected to abide by the house rules and consequences, as are you.
I know, and I will take my punishment once the job I am on is done.
He is there investigating some rumors that I have heard through the grapevine. I'm assuming you're there for much a similar reason.
I stay perfectly silent.
That tells me everything I need to know. I do wish you two could get along better. It pains me to see you such at odds.
Tell that to him.
I've never understood the hostility between you two. You've been at each other's...
At this point, I walk across the room and sit down in the chair opposite her desk.
You've been at each other's throats since you were children. Well, he was a child anyway.
When you're constantly insulted and you are insulted, it's rather irksome.
Either way. I just wish you would try to make amends.
I will come to the talks if he comes to the talks.
That's all I want.
Now, can you tell me if he's back there or is he indisposed elsewhere?
He left several days ago on, as he put it, personal study. He's working on one of his pet projects.
Please tell me he did not go west.
I don't know. His personal project is one of the few things I do not keep track of. I keep track of his expenditure, but not the project itself. As again, he is an adult. He does not need someone hovering over him at all times.
This is true. Now, since that's over with, down to a slightly more light-hearted note. How is my sister?
Doing well.
Is she with child yet?
Oh, you're one of those families.
Not that we've heard, but we're hoping soon.
This is good. This is good.
But I've also not heard from her in probably a fortnight, since they are currently out at the country estate.
That is fine. I do wish her the best. And should she request it, I will happily serve at her side.
I will pass along your message. And before you ask, I will not be handing down any such punishment for your confrontation, as I am not the one who he complained to.
I'm going to guess it's the other one.
Yes, he took it up with your. He took it up with your. He took it up with my husband.
I am not surprised. He would not go to you.
No.
So I will say this, Mother. About 6 months ago, I received another letter from Father.
That does not surprise me.
He said he was returning soon.
Yes, as I said, it does not surprise me. I've heard words that there has been movement. But yes, I'm quite sure that your stepfather will be sending for you soon.
As I said, I will happily take any punishment, so long as both sides are heard.
Yes.
I guess that is all. My companions and I are... And at that, I have to stop because I can't say anything more. Going on a journey.
You are heading out. I will say this, I would expect there to be a summons waiting for you upon your return.
As I said, I will gladly accept it. For now, I leave. But I will say one thing. I say this as I get up and walk to the door. Just before leaving the door, I turn around and say, you should take a closer look at Brother's side project. I did while I was out on my journey and discovered something of troubling note.
I will make a note to investigate.
I just nod, turn, and walk away.
The doors. She waves her hand. The runes light up again. The doors swing open before you.
Be at peace, Mother.
Yes, you as well.
With that, I walk back out past the kitchen, pick up a pastry on my way, and go back to the group.
Yep. You all meet up back at the tavern after about 2.5 hours. So yeah, small glimpse into Pete's home life.
Interesting.
He really loves Mummy.
Sounds fantastic.
Given who his father is, it's not surprising he likes Mummy better.
I don't have context though.
No, Pete's the only one who does. That's why I said it.
There.
But yes, you.
No, the only person that would otherwise have context of that would be Raymond.
Raymond, stop keeping secrets.
Oh no, all Raymond knows is what my father's job is and his race.
He's a postman.
Which I've kind of forgotten myself, but my character knows.
He's a dwarven postman.
No, he's a dark elf assassin.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Oh.
and Raymond's character is covered in giant runes.
For reference, for people who don't get
Your
that
character
reference,
has a home life.
well, for reference who don't get the whole presence of Raymond having giant runes, the Drow in Eberron don't worship spiders, they worship scorpions, and they've taken over the giant homeland and are trying to take the power of giants.
Oh.
Means if I ever run into a dark elf, I'm a fight for my life.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I didn't make a dark elf then.
To be fair,
You'd have to kill Raymond.
Raymond, you're probably not fighting for your life, you're probably fighting for your freedom.
Yeah, that's more
Fair.
like it.
Which is still technically your life.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway,
Good luck.
as we go on. Back to the meetup.
Oh, hello, friends.
People.
Why does it look like you've been crying?
Why are you crying?
I said, why does it look like Pete's been crying?
No, not crying.
Yeah, he does look real bummed.
I expect trouble when I return.
Oh,
But
join
for
the club.
now,
We
I
haven't got
just-
jackets yet, but they're on their way.
Fun. For now, I can say that one trouble we faced is less likely to be there.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Any word on the Tiefling's Warlock being dead?
Not that I have heard.
Cool, we're all gonna die.
Oh, there's 8 tiefling that's died.
But I don't die.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
You don't always get what you want.
It's okay, I've got a crossbow.
Me, I'd rather try and not
For
die.
now, since everyone is here, shall we
Yeah.
gather up and head off?
I mean, I feel like we've already gathered up.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Yep.
I peek out the
Let's
windows.
get a move on.
And it is 10 days travel there, 10 days travel back.
Awesome.
Hey, James. Can I peek out the window to see if there's any guards outside before we leave?
Sure, roll a perception check.
Can't you turn yourself invisible?
It's a capital city. There's 11 in the street.
Fuck.
There's like one at like every major intersection and a couple patrolling.
Do you know that your picture was handed? Like,
That's
your
true.
character?
No, he just knows he fumbled a theft.
I am somewhat intelligent with an 11.
He fumbled a theft, and you went and actively bought the sword from the guy he thought he killed.
So I'm very concerned.
There's at least one context clue that the guy's alive.
Sword.
And it's in your hand.
I mean, true.
I didn't see anyone else when I was in there.
My secret cousin.
I looked in every single room.
No, I just listened out.
You know, after I spent 10 minutes picking up all my ball bearing.
Yeah. I just assumed there was no one else there.
I just checked upstairs for ball bearings.
Alright, I'm going to cautiously leave with the group.
Uh-huh.
And just kind of like try to blend into the middle of the group.
And do terribly, probably.
Do you want me to roll for it? I'll roll for it. Is that a stealth check, James?
Yeah.
What race are you?
And he's an elf.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a human city,
That
isn't
was
it?
a misclick. I meant to go and look at information. Sorry.
What are you doing, Bailey?
Well, I mean, you can see the information.
With a 13, you think you're relatively well concealed traveling with the group.
You think?
Just put hand up to eye.
I can't see them, they can't see me.
Well, he's basically doing the Eberron equivalent of the Avengers. I'm undercover. He's pulled a hood up and he's walking slightly tilted forwards.
Oh, Thor.
No, that's sitting in a chair with a pot belly drinking beer.
Not in
He's
Dark
on-
World.
Yeah. He goes to find Hulk by mistake.
But yes. Where is the party headed exactly?
Flint Keep.
Away.
You travel out of Shan, out onto the road, and you begin
Does anyone stop me?
you begin your 2-week voyage. No one stops you.
Cool.
You get some weird looks, but no one actively stops you. I would like
D100?
Mikey and Haley to roll me D100s.
No!
At least we're not traveling in a vehicle. It means there's not a chance of me dying.
Oh, that means the vehicle won't stop the rocks from hitting us.
God damn it, he rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I
I love this game.
Like,
Nice.
Well, I'm just gonna pull out a backup character now, just to be safe.
About a week into your travels, during one of the night watches,
Right.
Mikey, you're on watch alone at this point.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Put the crazy one solo watch.
Okay.
Hey,
Would
hey,
anyone?
he's never alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
Okay. So who is routinely taking watch with Mikey?
Me. 'Cause that's a
Oh,
good
fun!
idea. That's a good idea.
In
Get
the
that back up ready, buddy.
Fills me with confidence.
in the middle of the night, a storm rolls in.
Weather.
High winds kick up. A sudden downpour. There's a crack of lightning, and Mikey, you hear, "Come."
Coming.
COME. You freaking children.
What's that about monetizing?
Coming.
Bailey, you just see a crack of lightning, and then Mikey say, "Coming," and stand up and walk off.
Towards the lightning strikes.
Uh, he's concerned, but I know the sword's over there, so he's fine.
So you're just letting him wander off?
He's insane. What's the worst he can do?
Fair.
Did you miss the part about us being hunted down for sport?
You're being hunted down, not me.
You wander.
Hang on, no, I'm being hunted down too. No.
You wander off through the bushes, about 50 to 100 yards, where you find a lake. Just a small one, only maybe 30, 40 feet across. More of a pond. The winds start to kick up, and a small flurry forms before you. And in the dew and the haze, a humanoid shape emerges.
Maybe I'll bring it in a bowl.
You have been serving me well. Crack of lightning strikes the humanoid figure in the middle of the lake, electrifying it.
Another fish?
I try my best. But I'm in a bit of trouble now. I may only be a temporary servant.
And that is why I am here.
Oh.
I cannot lose one as devoted as you. You are one
You,
of the
you
few.
flatter me, Lord.
You are one of the few I actively speak to.
I'm honored by your presence.
He starts drifting forwards. You are troubled by one. You are troubled by one from your past, one that you fled to me from.
Yeah, that's how it happened. It's sort of a cause and effect kind of a deal, but yes, you're mostly right.
I am aware. He stops less than 5 feet in front of you, just out into the water slightly.
I feel like I should be somewhat cowed by this presence.
As he's come forwards, he's grown larger, and he's about 25 feet tall at this point.
I'm
being
not
of
saying
pure
anything now, am
wa-
I?
There is rather consistent lightning strikes happening in the direction Mikey walked.
Let's
And-
investigate out of curiosity.
Really, you're seeing ground strikes of lightning, and you're going, "I'm gonna go towards it."
Do you know how valuable a thunderstruck tree is?
Bailey begins to walk that way. The figure just holds out its hand. Come, I shall grant you a boon.
Okay. Just, although his hand is very high up, so I just kind of put my arm up.
Oh no, the hand is being held down to just above the water surface.
Okay. You know, take his hand, I guess.
You begin walking out of the water. Bailey, you arrive at the edge of the clearing. You see a 25-foot tall being of water, hail, and lightning, and Mikey in his plate mail walking towards it.
I'm just gonna stop and take a seat.
You ever seen like popcorn in a microwave?
DNF camera appears.
Not like human.
As you reach the hand, as you go to touch it, there is a blinding flash. I need Bailey to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, suck that curiosity.
Time to take more damage.
Bailey's permanently blinded.
Because we're elves, we
Cool.
didn't.
I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
No, that's just a gotcha.
Where's that?
Bailey.
You got those backups ready?
Bailey, we'll get to what happened to you in a moment.
Oh,
For reference, is your character
Hey, no one's
religious?
watching
You had this question before.
Oh,
Yeah. Are you? Yes or no? Are you religious or do you believe in the gods?
Yes, on a minor scale.
Cool.
Doesn't do the whole prayer devotion thing.
Okay, so you believe the gods are a thing,
Yeah.
Mikey. Within the flash,
Wait, hang on, what do you mean believe? After I died and went to heaven? Yes, I do.
point. I don't know. Your character could be stubborn. You are standing in the clouds, looking down at the seas. Just the storm clouds around you continue to rumble. I grant you a boon. Control over my domain. For
That's too much, my lord.
For services rendered and debts owed. Keep serving me well, and you may very well become my champion.
No, there's 5, 6,
But
7.
no, should you fall from my favor, you will experience all of the harshness a storm can muster. I will toss you into the sea without a second thought, and watch as your glorious armor drags you to the deepest pits of the ocean, swallowed up by my tides. And in a
Well,
flash, you're back standing waist deep in the lake.
Oh, that's cold. I assume my boon is going to be on my sheet somewhere eventually.
Your boon will be added shortly, but
Yeah.
but to give you a brief rundown, you are now resistant to lightning damage
Oh, cool.
Go for sword, do it.
and can cast the lightning bolt spell as if it was a cleric spell.
Awesome. It's everything I ever
Got down
wanted for
a
a
party
Tempest.
and lightning.
I'm a Tempest cleric.
Which surprisingly does not get lightning bolt on their spell list.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
They get
You
call
lightning.
They get call lightning instead. Just as thematic, slightly less useful.
Yeah, I can't toast things in a line. They have to be in 10-foot bubbles.
So yes, you've been granted
Yeah,
that.
but cool lightning is also over a longer time. So.
Yeah.
Also, your eyes now glow a subtle blue whenever you're in low light conditions. Think very much Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, cool.
Whenever you are channeling a lightning spell, like the full lightning eyes, but they hold a dull glow at all times. That's only
Cool.
visible in dull light, regardless of any form you take.
Awesome.
Bailey, you saw the entire exchange. You saw a god in its rawest form. As Mikey was transported, you saw the celestial form of a god on the physical plane. This does not end well for you.
Terrible.
You thought I was crazy.
As I said, this is why I asked, did you believe in the gods? Because if you didn't, you do now. you take.
How dead am I today? Da-da-da-da-da.
Menacing roll type between. Does he have an inkling as to which god that is?
Yeah, he probably knows now.
Oh. That can go one of two ways.
You gotta do what you gotta do, and I have no. I honestly don't give a fuck. Yeah,
Cool. That's one of the two ways.
AC believes. Yeah, all gods are there for a reason. Whatever the fuck, not my problem. It's your god, not my problem. I have this one over here that I occasionally do something with, but that's it. Meh.
Look at this god I sometimes like.
Do. Give me a moment. I need to investigate a rule that I don't often use because of reasons.
Insanity table.
No.
Oh.
Well, that'd be great. You and me both being insane.
Are you still over here?
You saw the astral plane and a god in its raw form.
Zoop.
Actually, not the first time.
Oh, look at him menacingly rolling.
Yeah, but see,
dice.
there's a difference when you have a heartbeat.
True.
273.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's a page number.
Oh, okay.
That's how much damage he takes.
Well, if that was how much damage I'd take, you wanna know what my answer is?
I
Next character.
was going to say, well, introduce this new character.
Hey, Bailey, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Another one?
Yeah. This is because of how much damage you took.
Normal or disadvantage like the other one?
No, this is just a flat roll.
Ooh, pardon me.
For which crime?
For the potential swearing in a minute.
Ooh, a 14.
I like the way he says, ooh.
I don't.
That means it could be bad for you.
You mean? What do you mean? It could be. It means going.
Yeah, it's definitely bad for you.
Can I get a D20 roll from, we'll say, Mikey?
Yay!
Nope, I'm definitely doomed now.
Bye, Bailey. That's a 5.
That's a 5. It's a 5, do. Bailey, can you make another Constitution saving throw for me?
Just tell me when
The
the
fuck?
damage hits 64.
No, this isn't damage. Okie dokie. Hey, Bailey. Have you ever heard what a Lichtenberg lightning scar looks like?
Oh fuck!
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, you now have one on about 70% of your body.
Looks like a nice tan.
As you take 56 lightning damage.
I'm dead.
You're not dead.
Oh no. No. Only just alive. Like, just.
Mikey, you land, you turn around, and there's just a sparking, spasming body behind you in the half out of the bushes.
Here, take this pill.
Wow. You can make me do that. I have no control at the moment.
I could do that. Hey, you good, brother?
No response.
Yeah, like he is sparking pretty heavily. You're used to what this looks like. This looks like the end result of whenever you or Cracker Kaboom fight someone.
Poke.
Dev saving throw, Bailey.
I poked him.
Yeah, but it's been about a round.
All right.
That's one success.
Yay!
Yeah, he's been poked.
Do you do
Well,
anything
1d4
else?
plus 1.
No, it's in the chat. It's spare the dying.
You spared the dying at him. I didn't see that because I was alt-tabbed.
Oh,
Yes.
you were tabbed, you ho?
Yes. So he is now stable.
It's 1d4 plus 1, right?
Yes.
Nope.
No.
Hours. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, hours unconscious. Yeah, Bailey. For reference, you have a horrible scar from the lingering injuries table. You have disadvantage on charisma persuasion checks if it is, but you have advantage on intimidation checks and requires the 6th level or higher spell heal or regenerate to remove the scar.
Well, that's the end of that career. No more modelling for the Kenneth now.
Just think, chicks will dig it.
There were
Oh, you're everywhere.
there were far worse things he could have gotten.
Like dead.
Actually, no. On the lingering injuries table, there is no dead. But the lightning could have straight up blown an arm off.
Well, that would have made fun replacing one.
Yeah, that's what the D20 I had Mikey roll was. That was for.
Can I use my
injury.
inspiration to reroll it?
If you want.
I'm kidding.
If you want, I will say he got one of the better results. I think the only thing better is festering wound and minor scar.
I was going to say, you have that, but on your entire body.
Because festering wound only lasts.
Oh yeah, they look so cool.
Only lasts a handful of checks, and minor scar has no negative effects.
I'm surprised James hasn't got 8 of those.
The problem is they're not. A lot of them aren't permanent. More often than not, they actually fade very, very quickly because they're not permanent scars. They're more very light burns.
They're a surface tissue scar, not a deep tissue scar.
Yeah.
They're more like a shock reaction from the skin.
Yes. But yeah, Bailey, so you're out for 5 hours. Mikey, you are now alone for the rest of your watch.
I'm just gonna drag him back to camp.
I was going to say, how far away is the Lakeson camp?
It's only about 50 feet, 100 feet.
Yeah, none of you heard it. You're all very heavy sleepers.
Well, no, they heard a storm. But that's it. They just heard a heavy storm that's blown in.
I like how even with a -5 for being asleep, my passive perception is still 15.
Yeah, you heard a storm.
Dawn comes. Anyone else who's on later watch is aware that Bailey's unconscious. Bailey, you do not get a long rest, so I need a Constitution saving throw against exhaustion for this day.
God.
You do not suffer a level of exhaustion.
Oh, thank God.
To be fair, you would have been able to sleep the next night anyway. Everyone in the party is now well and truly aware of the Lichtenberg scar because...
I'm just he fell asleep on watch. It's really unprofessional.
It's pretty evident.
I've got to ask how we got it.
Struck by lightning.
Storm.
Okay. That sounds weird to me, but okay.
Struck by lightning sounds weird when 2 party members can call it from the sky.
Fair.
Yes, but they
As
all...
I said, I just raised an eyebrow and leave it at that.
Yeah.
It's just a storm.
Other than that, you travel down the road, and about a week later, you pass just a traveling old couple on the side of the road. As you're walking closer, they stop, they turn their cart to the side, and they put some vegetables out on it and flip a sign down that says, "Farm fresh vegetables for sale." Thunk.
How did they get ahead of us?
I actually go over to them.
I'm very-
For reference, Trent and Haley, this is about the 4th time the party's seen these people all over the damn continent.
Is it the same couple?
It's
Yeah.
the same couple.
James, quick question
Yep.
regarding this storm.
Yep.
Would it seem just like a normal storm to me, given my background?
No. No, you're aware what it may. You're aware what it was.
Fair. Okay, cool. I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, you're aware what it
I
was.
go to the couple.
The old man sort of adjusts his glasses. Ah, where are you traveling to, Sonny?
Ahead.
Ah, interested in some fresh vegetables. Everything looks like it was picked just this morning.
I do have a question before I peruse your
Certainly.
wares. Where is your farm?
Oh, here, there, everywhere. We have a few small plots all over the place.
Okay. Next question.
Who is your
How
daddy?
do
and what
you
does he do?
travel so fast?
What do you mean? We push the cart, we walk from town to town.
You walk.
Yes.
How fast do you walk?
Oh, not too fast. My hip's not what it used to be.
Last time we saw you, and I'm assuming it was you, they look identical if not, it was not 2 weeks ago, just outside the Gathering Stones, 2 countries away.
Yeah. We may have been out there. I could ask you the same question. How you got here so quickly?
We had horses.
And we caught it. I sprung for a trip on the lightning rail. Not that it's any of your business. Are you going to buy some vegetables or not?
I will buy some vegetables, yes.
What are you interested in? I've got potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, rutabaga, whatever the fuck this is, and he holds up an eggplant. I have.
Oh, it's a dick.
I have, and he reaches under and he pulls up a fresh pumpkin and watermelon,
Can I
and I
take
have
a
some,
watermelon?
and I have some corn.
How much would 3 gold get me?
For,
The whole fucking thing.
for 3 gold, you can have a bag of potatoes, some tomatoes, some corn. I can throw in
A little bit of everything,
I
in
can
other
throw in some
words.
peas. You can get everything except for some watermelon and some pumpkin because I need to sell those in one go. And they're a little bit over. They're about a gold each.
Can I buy the
I'll do
watermelon?
that.
Ah, Missy, you want the pumpkin? Certainly, 1 gold.
No, I'll take the 3 gold worth of mixed vegetables plus the pumpkin for 4 gold.
You got outbid for the pumpkin because Haley said she wanted it first.
I want the watermelon.
Oh, watermelon. Hand you the watermelon, not the pumpkin.
I want to take the pumpkin.
Pete got to the pumpkin first. He takes the gold.
I'm
he
also
offloads
the
stuff.
chef.
He offloads the food.
Cool.
Are any of you proficient in nature?
No.
Yes.
Well, not me.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Actually, yes.
Actually, I'm going to say this. Can everyone just roll me a D20 common sense check? Just a flat D20.
Can I roll a nature check then?
Ooh.
First one's veggies,
Ah, damn
Ouch.
it.
Wow.
the
129.
hell?
That's impressive. What's your bonus?
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm just going to go down the list here. Mikey, you think it's perfectly reasonable for fresh vegetables to be being sold 2 weeks after winter?
Yeah,
Raymond,
it makes sense.
same
I'm
for
not
you.
a farmer.
Same for you. Haley, pumpkins, they're in season during winter, right? They do perfectly well in... Pumpkins and watermelons do perfectly well in the cold weather.
Oh,
Pumpkins
totally.
actually do. Same with watermelons.
It snows here.
Yeah,
So-
frozen
And
watermelon is a
do
thing.
snow.
Anyway.
Jess and Mikey, pretty much like, yeah.
Me, Jess, and Bailey.
Yeah, Jess and Bailey.
No, mine's is a 19.
That's Peter.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, seems
That's
perfect.
cold.
See, you say that.
the
I'm already
Darren.
sus as fuck about them.
The Darren that's immediately after your first roll. I'm going in order. It's a little bit funky that, like, this stuff speaks. The 19 and the 20, the two 19s and the 20, most of this stuff should not be readily available right now, especially not to a traveling cart. And the 129, something fucky.
You asked for people proficient in nature.
People proficient in nature would be aware none of these are seasonal vegetables at the moment and shouldn't be readily sellable.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm a cook, so I know they're not in season.
Your common sense is currently out the window. Shut up.
I'd like to mention this to the party, and then interrogate the people with the cart.
Jess is trying to say something.
Yep.
Cracker Kaboom kinda like looks and says, "Not time," and points at all of them. Not
What do you
time.
mean? We have time.
Yes,
to
you're right. It's not dinner time.
Not bro.
He reaches down and he pulls up a small vase. Oh, did you want time, dearie? And he just slides a small little potted plant of herbs towards you.
What else do you have under there? I think.
I have some rosemary, some thyme, some basil, some cumin, a little bit of what was it called again, honey? Chili and paprika.
Can I
Chili.
get
And
one
some
gold's worth of mixed variety, please?
Ah, yes. And he so dishes out small. And since you're buying a lot of things, I do have one thing. And he reaches under and he pulls out a little glass jar. Inside it is a single suspended jet black pepper. I have this.
James.
Can I nature check it?
Sure, certainly.
James.
Can I nature check it too?
Certainly. Yes, Jess.
Cole pulls Cracker Kaboom pulls out a piece of paper out of her bag and a quill and writes on a piece of paper, "These don't grow in this season," and hands it to Cole. And then looks at the others suspiciously.
Cole just sort of nods. Trent.
Yeah.
Because you're the top roll, aren't you? Yes.
Yeah.
You're not sure what that is, Bailey. You're pretty sure that's an imported pepper. And Peter, you don't have to roll a nature check.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I ever had to roll for that, considering
You don't. This is not a native plant. This is not something that's easily gettable.
Is this something from Dadland?
It's called an abyssal scorpion pepper.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
That sounds, yes, Peter. That's what that sounds.
Yes. I look at the man down the eye and say, "How much for that one?"
15 gold for the single
Sold.
pepper.
No, even before you say that, I've already got my gold in hand.
He trades you the pepper.
I take my piece of paper back and hold it out in front of him.
What's that theory? I'm sorry, I have a hard time reading nowadays. And your handwriting's not the best. You could work on it a bit better.
I turn to Azia and, like, basically the bird is angrily waving the paper.
Her handwriting's perfectly legible.
I'm just picturing this. It's amazing.
Just angrily waving the paper.
The old man just seems completely insistent on disregarding the question about the time.
I'd like to
Proceed to just, yeah, I understand. I already understand what you're getting on. Follow, to ask the question, How did you manage to get all these out of season projects?
I wouldn't be a very good salesman if I told you that. I have my
Well, hang on a
ways
moment.
and my
Just a good-
providers.
Just
What's
occurred to me
wrong
that
with
greenhouses would be a thing in this.
Yeah.
It's out of season.
There's also druid magic which will make any crop grow whenever.
Is it true?
Nature magic bullshit.
Cool. I'd like to
So I'm
cut
going to
away.
now take the time and explain to Cole the potential that these are either grown in a greenhouse or someone did some voodoo stuff.
So you're explaining it to Cole, who's just looking at you deadpan like, I don't care, and Cracker Kaboom is just losing their shit to your left.
And then stop and go, oops, wrong person, and then go address Cracker.
I look at the old couple and I go, would you happen to have come from ahead? And I point towards the keep.
Oh yes, I just sold some I think it was leeks to them yesterday. Please note, you're about a week's travel from the fort.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh god.
So,
What else I
Well,
got?
there goes the end of this interaction.
The old man just sort of looks, Sonny, you're having an episode. My wife has those all the time. And he reaches under and he pulls out a kettle and he just starts brewing you up a cup of tea. Here, have this. It's chamomile, dandelion, lavender, and what I forget what else is in it, but it helps with how we call them, episodes.
That's a hell of a drink.
Oh yeah.
The secret ingredient is LSD.
Do they work for him? 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 Who are you? What do you know?
watermelon.
I'm just a humble salesman, and I know how to sell good things. And what's good for you? And here, drink up. You seem to be having some form of episode.
Do you work for him?
Don't work for anyone.
Do you work for him?
Is he always like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Do you work for him?
I'm not.
That's the truth.
I'm not deaf, Sonny. And I don't know who you're talking about.
I cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah, do you work for him? I don't know who you're talking about.
Why are you following us?
I'm not following you. If anything, you're following me. You're faster.
Do you know Mamnon?
I think I know Amnon.
Do you know Mamnon?
Do you know Greg?
Yes, he's one of these ones flying around my head.
Hey, Mikey.
Mm.
I love it.
Curiosity. How much health do you have?
31.
Let me do some math. Continue on.
I glance at his screen. I know what's going on.
I have a funny feeling I know what Trent's about to do. The old man just sort of looks at you.
I'd like to cast sleep on Mikey.
Yeah, roll your dice. No.
21? No. Okay, yeah. No, I pretty much have to nearly roll perfect.
31 was pushing it because you guys got what, like a 36 at maximum or something?
At maximum, I just did the math, is 40.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Liv, you're legit. Where did you get the
I
vegetables?
turned to the old man who had the chili and I say, I know it's a trade secret, but would you mind telling me where you acquired this particular item?
Harbour.
Okay. What was that one?
Harbour.
No, it was Loud Baby.
Which harbour?
One moment. Checking map.
It's a mood.
Pick a town to the south.
A harbour up in Ilmarrow Castle.
I don't even know where it is.
Where the fuck is that?
Yeah, find it. I ain't telling you.
Ilmaro.
Yeah, I'll get you cheese while Peter decides to try and find that place.
Yeah, what? No.
Well, no, I have a sneaking suspicion that's a lead towards my father.
No, they work for Manman.
Oh, no, I didn't say that out loud.
James, does it actually have castle listed as part of the name, or is it just Ilmaro?
Just Google it.
Ask a question now.
Yeah?
Does Ilmaro Castle actually have castle listed on its name, or is it just Ilmaro?
It's got Ilmara Castle listed. My
Well, there's
advice is go
Silvercliff.
north.
Well, I'm looking near Silvercliff, so
Where are Silver Cliffs?
I see Silvercliff.
Find the Fingerbone Mountains. I'll give you that hint.
Just imagining their characters pulling out a map and just huddling over it.
Pretty much.
But what are we even looking for?
oh,
Oh, wow.
Ah!
Wait, what? That's on the other side of the continent.
How? Top north, top
about
right.
about an inch and a half across from the actual continent name.
No, the scary thing is Xandria, which is the homeland of the elves, is canonically south of Eberron. That's the fuck is on the other side of the continent. I just like wait, what?
You see that?
Let's start having a mental breakdown, basically.
Out of my hug.
I shake my head, put my map away, and start walking away, waving my hair, going, "I can't deal with that shit right now."
Is anyone else going?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Just
I'll follow them, I guess, eating my watermelon.
What they said, but without
are you
watermelon.
just eating a whole watermelon?
I just pulled out like a dagger or something and started cutting into it.
So yes, she's eating a whole watermelon.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Imagine
Versus me,
on
who
now.
now has fresh produce to cook dinner for the next week.
Exciting. Oh, I have a dagger. I use a dagger.
So you have about a week's travel till you arrive at the keep. Peter, I need you to tell me when you use that pepper.
The Black Scorpion one?
Yeah, the Abyss Scorpion pepper.
I haven't.
Assume never.
That's what I'm saying. I need you to tell me when you use it.
He's gonna shove it down Mamnon's throat with that blue pill when no one's expecting it.
Yep.
Either that or his brother's gonna get it again.
So yes, after about a week of travel, you stop about a day out from the keep.
Cool.
Okay. So, how are we going to do it this time?
The opposite of last time.
So, go up and ask if we can have a look around the place, basically.
Sure.
Is this something to do with that, like, tattoo mark thing
Yes.
people got? I have no idea what's going on.
No,
Yeah, neither.
you don't.
Oh, why we're here?
You just have as far as you're aware, the party is here to investigate something within this keep. Is all you've been told.
I don't know what to look for.
Something. Hush, not allowed to talk about it. Something.
Cool. I'll just go with the
Also,
protection.
can everyone roll me a perception check as you walk away from the old couple?
Can you roll mine? I've got a baby.
I perceive well.
That is the wrong one.
Dear Lord, I rolled so bloody low.
That
I
one is the
rolled
correct
really
one.
well. I have no idea about veggies and fruit, but damn, I can see well. Apparently.
Okie dokie dokie. 23, a 21, and a 20. As you're walking away, Cole, Thorin, and Nalvara, you look back to... They're gone. There's no corners on this road. The tracks just disappear in the middle of the road.
Interesting. Pop-up shop. Cool.
There's cart tracks, like a lot of foot traffic where you guys stopped, and then nothing. But yes, then you continued on, traveled for a week, and you arrived at the keep. It is
Right, so
9:30 at night.
camp at night, go up in the morning, and go, hey, can we have a look around the place?
Hey, knock, knock, knock. Hey.
Same. Everyone's saying hey, and all I can think of is that damn song.
I am staying out of that this time.
I'm just gonna chill with people.
Ditto. Unless they need me to sneak somewhere. And not steal a sword.
Huh.
Same.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the general group since I don't actually know what we're looking for.
Yeah, same.
Right, well, at night, I'm going to, by myself, sneak around and have a look. And basically, once I get within torchlight of the house, I will be casting Pass Without Trace.
Man.
Oh, lovely, this map again.
I haven't seen this map before, so it's all brand new and nice for me.
Yeah. Last time we were here, people did fun stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
But as I said, I've gone off by myself, though I will invite Trent's character.
I will go with, and I'll roll stealth.
Yeah, I'm just putting everyone in the corner for the sake of having the map
Could be
loaded.
better.
Fair.
Oh yeah, last time we were here, I used my voodoo magics.
Yes,
Am I there?
I'm adding you now.
Okay, cool. Oh, I
Turn
remember my
anything
token
into a
was,
voodoo
and I'm
doll.
like,
Yes. So Trent rolled a 24 and I rolled a 22.
Right, I forgot it was part of that trace.
Actually, hold on.
The
oh,
action.
wait.
Sorry, I rolled a 28.
I have a token for Trent.
Oh.
It's an awesome token.
Cool.
Trent's never sent me a
use that
token.
for now.
Just use that one for now, apparently.
Yeah, just use that one for now. It's fine.
Yeah, Trent never sent me a token.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hero Forge.
What race are you?
I'm an elf.
An elf.
Kinda.
Hello, elf.
Kinda.
Would you like me to pull up one of my various images and see if I've got a token that you like?
Nah, it's good.
He's going to Hero
Well,
Forge one. We've
I
all
didn't
already
think-
already shifted over to using Hero Forge tokens for Friday.
Anyway, for now.
Token Builder isn't out. Basically, we use snapshots and we run them through the same program I used to make these ones.
Yeah, I made my character earlier. I just haven't done anything with it.
Far.
How long till Token Builder is out?
Save it either.
Unknown time. So yeah, you have a Peter and a Trent sneaking.
Basically, I want to come back round and basically check out the study again.
Whoop.
This went so well last time, Peter.
Please let me know if I need to roll anything.
Well, basically, I want to check out all the windows, see if I can see anyone in there first.
So you both rolled stealth. As you approach the building, I require a second stealth check.
Okay. How's that?
As you are actively moving into the lighting effects.
So Trent rolled a 37
Yeah.
and I rolled a 29.
Wow, you guys are invisible.
You're like, we should stealth. And Trent
I
just
mean-
walks behind a tree and you don't see him come out the other side. You arrive at the windows. You're pretty confident you've not been seen. As you look into the study, it's completely empty. There are no active projects on any tables. There's a couple of books out, but nothing major.
Cool. I'm going to assume the windows have been repaired since we were last here.
They've been repaired and they're iron barred now.
Oh shit, that doesn't work. Was there a second story to this house? Or to this keep?
Let me check. Let me check my notes.
And was all windows now barred or just these ones?
Just the study. And yes, there is a second floor. Basically just the side you are on, and then the and then the middle of the top of the house has a second floor.
Okay.
And a balcony.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if those stairs went up or down, Mikey. Okay,
Still have baby.
the window, is there windows on the story above?
Yes. No, they are not barred. Literally, it's only the study that seems to be barred. None of the other rooms.
Do I have anything that can help me in this situation? I was going to say, do they look bolted down, or
They are
do we think?
they are bolted to the mason network.
Okay, so thieves' tool won't get them loose.
No.
I mean, yeah, I have Alchemist File.
You what?
Yes,
Alchemist
throw
File.
throw a Molotov at the house. That will certainly go unnoticed.
When in doubt.
Throw more doubt.
Oh,
when
God.
in doubt, firebomb out.
Exactly.
Rude.
Okay, well, I got my answers for tonight. Basically, I wanted to see if I could see anyone in the study.
Nobody. Lights are off. Nobody in there.
Can I check out the room next door to it?
Certainly.
I will help.
As you look in, there is a single guard in the room,
Facing towards or away?
facing away.
I mean, I could risk a sleep spell. Oh wait, no, I used it today.
I have away.
I mean, I have a crossbow and a rapier. And
I was going to say, you said they were bolted to the wall. How securely bolted do we reckon they are?
You can try. It will be loud.
No, it won't. It'll be silent.
To do what? Pry them off the wall?
I have silence, the spell.
Sure. If you wish, you can pry them off. You can try to pry them off the wall.
No, for now, I will leave it and indicate to Trent that we should head back to camp.
okay, I followed because I don't really know what we're doing. Me.
The hell of a wild baby bears in 3 years of all who hear it. They're now all charmed.
Hey, we can walk through the manor. No, back to camp basically, and basically I couldn't see anyone in the study this time, though it is more secure. Might have to go in through the front door.
It's probably around 10 o'clock when you arrive back at camp.
I say do this to everyone in the morning when we will wake up.
Had people gone to sleep?
Much
I'm
we can
assuming
do.
everyone apart from those on watch. So
Okay. So yes, it's morning. You're informed.
Okay.
does anybody have a suggestion?
I don't know why we're here, so.
We got to look around the house for something funky.
But what kind of funky?
I cannot say.
I can look, but I can come along in case something goes wrong.
Those silent seals are really painful right about now, aren't they?
Yep.
Also, super annoyed that anyone doesn't have them. Just let people know.
Yep.
That's
It's
the
so
whole
boring.
premise of them. What good is a silence thing if it's not obnoxious and annoying?
See, I have a way to do something, but I don't know if it'll work.
You can always try.
So basically, I see going at night again.
If you're talking, Peter, I only heard like 4 words of that.
Oh, I say, I suggest everyone we spend the day planning before we go in at night. Because I have an idea, I have no idea if it's going to work, so I'd like other people's input.
I thought we were going to ask if we could look around. I don't know if they let you do that at night.
We could ask that during the day, yes.
Cracker Kaboom just shrugs at everyone and starts walking towards the house. Okay.
I guess we follow for now.
Well, you don't have to.
I'll follow in case something goes wrong.
I'll follow but stay back a little bit.
I believe this is less of a case of if something goes wrong as when something goes wrong, if the last visit hears anything to go by.
Yeah.
So I walk up to the door.
Uh-huh. There's a warforged at the door. Much as there was last time.
Oh, forgot to ask, the person in the room beside the study, was that a warforged?
Cool, man.
Ooh, dirty human.
I look and say, Fred!
I think a message, James.
Massage.
I look up at the Warforge and say, Friend!
I wave.
He just sort of vaguely gestures back.
Behind him, or?
No, like as like a half wave.
Oh, fair.
May we have a look at this fancy place?
He reaches over and he rings the bell. And after a couple of minutes, the man from the green office comes up. I can't move him at the moment because I'm uploading a token.
Sorry.
That's fine. I literally dropped that and then just like, just the thing, and I'm like, he rings the bell. There we go.
Oh, you're massive.
Boop, 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 boop. Boink.
Oh, he's
Like nothing ever happened.
Oh,
Yeah, so the man walks, and he sort of stops for a moment. What can I do for you?
We wish to view the inside of your fancy place.
I'm terribly sorry, but it's off limits to the public at the moment.
is there a reason for this?
Because it's a military outpost.
I mean, that makes sense.
I believe I've told you this already.
Who, me?
No, these ones, and gestures to like everyone but you and Trent.
Then can we have a look?
I've got this idea for building a keep, and I just want to get some more ideas based on this magnificent
You can
one.
look around from the outside. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'd like to say something else after the persuasion check.
I'm not very good at persuading people.
Yes, outside it is. Yes, Trent?
Tell me, are you interested in checking how good your security is? Because I have a feeling.
He snaps his finger, and the warforged in front of you just levels a crossbow and a glaive at you.
Because I have a feeling it could be better, and what better way is to have someone break in to somewhere
God.
to find out.
He's saying this with his hands up, by the way, in like, you know what? Oh, don't hurt me.
Cool.
Just saying,
That's
the offer
that's
is
a
there.
note that I can't physically see.
That is a fair point. I am doing that.
My
That's why I
security
am it.
is more than adequate.
But what if the security doesn't get activated?
He whistles, and an arrow flies by your ear from your left. As the warforged, over by the cellar door, shoots a crossbow at you.
It's rude.
Very well. If
Missing
you
you
think
by
your
about half a
security is
foot.
adequate, then by far, I guess your security must be impenetrable and 100% unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
I rest my case. I am sorry.
He just sort of
It is a nice
looks.
keep.
He just sort of looks at you. Wait here a moment, and walks into the building.
Uh,
He returns about a couple of minutes later, holding a few pieces of paper. Now, you're offering to break into my building to test my security. Are you?
if you want, for a price, I'm willing to do it.
He walks up to the front of you, folds a piece of paper in half, hands it to you. I'm sure you may want to reconsider your offer. And he takes 2 steps back.
I don't want to open this for some reason. Can I hold the paper out to the side of me and like kind of facing up? And
Please
open
note,
it?
I am not beside him.
Yeah, sure. You can hold it out to your side and open it.
Alright, does anything happen?
It's a piece of paper.
Okay, cool.
Do you
To
look,
minute. Last time I
do you
took a
look
random
at it?
D&D games, I got turned into a lich.
Do you look at it?
I do.
It's your wanted poster.
Oh,
It's a picture of it's a painting portrait of your style picture of your character with a reward and a note for breaking and entering.
Oh God.
I'd like to look at him and just goes and say, you know what they say? This isn't actually me.
Oh God.
I'm being framed because the person who wants this meeting to find me for this actually paid me to break into their shop, right?
I'm sure this is all a massive misunderstanding, but I'm sure you also understand my trepidation to potentially hire a wanted felon.
I wouldn't say wanted felon, but I understand.
Have you read the reward on the bottom there?
I have not.
I
I'm
was going to
too
say,
busy
did
looking at
anyone
my
else
face
see
and
the reward?
they got my ears wrong slightly.
No one else has actually been. How secretive have you been with this, especially after realizing it's your wanted sign?
He held it out to the side to open it.
Yeah.
Perception check from anyone trying to look at it.
Me.
But as soon as I do find it's my thing, I kind of like tilt it a little away from the party.
Do I get advantage? No, I don't have any reason to have advantage, I don't think.
DC is 15.
Nope.
So far, me and Haley.
He's worth 800 gold.
Oh, damn. That could beat me for a while.
Strokes chin.
See, here's the thing. Our party has no ties. 800 gold could be useful.
Get fair, yeah, sure.
Practica Boom just ignoring all these looks and says, friends?
No.
Party?
No. I have it on decent authority and decent speculation that at least one of you might be at least implicant in the break-in a couple of months ago. As you were here, and then we got broken into that night.
I kind of look at him in a bit of a confused manner.
It wasn't me.
I think we were involved
If
in
I
a
assumed it
break-in.
was you, I would have shot you with the cannon by now.
Well, that's a bit much, don't you think?
Wow.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood rogue. I think I'm not even...
Sure, Mikey, sure.
Oh.
What?
What have I missed?
I mean,
Oh, he remembers that form, doesn't he?
it would be a
In
thing.
more detail than normal.
Quick question. From where we are, can we only see the three, like the human commander and the two warforged?
Yeah.
I would like to send my owl to fly over and around to see anyone.
I was going to say, do we see anyone above us?
No.
That's what my owl goes to look for.
Your owl notices that there's another warforged to the north at another door. And there are two guys in the middle.
Cool. Cool. I don't say anything because that will give it away that I know. To the people that I don't want to know.
Hey, James, can I do an insight check on the guy to see if I'm actually going to be able to walk out of here or not?
Sure. He seems just condescending enough that he might let you go.
Dumb mistake. I totally want to steal something of his before I leave.
Fucking rogues, man.
I'm trying not to play this type of rogue, but I'm going for it now. Oops, I accidentally rogued. Here I go stealing again.
Practica Boom looks and says, friends?
To who?
To the Warforged. I'm looking down at the Warforged this time.
He says nothing.
Not great conversations.
Might in response to Trent's like trying to steal shit.
What would you steal from where you are? Him?
Cracker Kaboom kind of just shrugs and says, "Friends," and walks away.
Don't steal his pants.
I don't think my pickpockets is high enough. Actually.
I love stealing clothing.
Keep it run.
Didn't you say you were the one type of you were a rogue that didn't have proficiency in sleight of hand?
Yes, I don't have proficiency in sleight of hand.
So no,
but
you
I still
can't
have
steal
a
his
9 to
pants.
it.
Still has a +9 apparently. What the hell?
That's because he's a rogue. They just get pluses in general.
Well, no, I'm literally not proficient in it.
He's got gloves, I'm guessing.
I do have gloves. Good job, Peter.
Steal his dignity!
The gloves are
No,
random
hey,
stealing check.
Proficiency, expertise, gloves, and a high dex score. You can literally roll +20 on the roll.
Hey,
Yeah,
guess what, Peter?
that's
You pretty
true.
much nailed my character at the moment. I have a 19 in Dex, I have the Gloves of Thievery, and no proficiency, but I have proficiency in stealth.
Stealthy, but not good with his hands.
Hey, don't have
Or
to go
her
to your help to
hands,
hide.
I guess. Fair. Same. Ooh, same.
I
Steal the
did
castle, Trent! Steal the castle!
I mean, I don't think I'm allowed.
I don't think that matters.
I'm honorific. I don't know. How would I even steal it? I just have to find the deed and forge it?
Hey, it's mine now. Ha 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 ha. Just take the deed.
Stealing
But it has
property.
damage.
Stealing property is something you're currently unable to do because you don't know what the deed to this building is.
I could find it.
In his study.
In the office.
In his pants.
God. Oh boy.
This is
This
gonna
is
take
gonna
a
be
while. I'm
interesting.
glad I'm not participating in this shit, though.
I'm just. Yeah.
That is a point, Michael. I could become king. Hey, James, how hard is it to find the crown of Gibless? Giblet.
Pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out there is no king in Eberron. That's what the war was about.
Yeah.
I want to be king. No.
It was a case of all the kids going, but I want the throne, and then a 100-year war started and the country got nuked.
Don't you hate when you accidentally nuke a town, a city, a building,
Country?
a country, a world?
See,
All of the above?
Mikey, that he might be able to find.
Ooh.
Chicken.
I mean, I'm less interested in that one.
Fair. I'm just gonna feel it. Thanks.
The man's just sort of
Away.
condescendingly staring at you guys while you've been talking in this small huddled group for like 5 minutes.
Oh, no, I'm not in the group. I'm like back up.
I'm just gonna leave the group and walk away behind some trees or something.
Yeah, I'm just standing nearby a tree, not even paying attention. Didn't even bother walking up to the door this time.
I'm like,
Just
I'm
waiting for it to finish.
Tree.
If I even let it finish.
Also tree.
Same. Hey, tree friend.
Hey.
Fucking elves.
Same. I don't think we're all elves.
Bailey's human.
Fucking humans. They're even worse.
Ugh, mortals. I mean, elves are mortals too, so.
Right. Human.
Human?
Ish.
You're a cumin?
Cumin.
That's actually surprisingly close to what I am.
You're a spice? Are you a spice girl?
No, he's a Cuban human.
Okay, so
So what are we doing? Because my character doesn't really know what to do, but I do want to steal his pants.
well,
But I'm also trying not to derail the session again. How long we got left?
It's funny.
We can get much more done. If I don't steal his pants.
There's 20
Mikey?
minutes. We're not doing anything major this session.
So I can steal his pants?
If you guys initiate
That
combat,
sounds
it's the end.
major.
If you guys initiate combat or anything like that, it'll be the end of the session because I'm not starting combat at like 20 to midnight.
if you want.
See, what I'm going to say is wait till night. sneak into the green office while he's not there, search that, then sneak around the building and search the rest of it.
And then steal his pants.
I would like to take up his offer and walk around the keep.
I also would like to take up his offer and walk around the keep.
You walk around the keep. There's an entrance to there's this entrance to the east. There's an entrance to the north. There's several rooms around, and there was another warforged standing just south of where you are, next to a basement entrance.
Could I note all this down?
Yeah, can I take
Sure.
like note of all the
Mental note.
access points?
Sure.
Cool. I do that. Am I being watched while I do it?
Yeah. Occasionally out a window.
Weird. Fucking neighbors.
So are all the windows barred now?
No, it's just the office.
I'd like to take a mental note of this so I can mention it later.
Yeah, so it's just the study.
Good way to steal his pants.
While he's sleeping.
Yep, just use a different window.
So it probably takes you about 10 minutes to do a lap.
Not this character, Mikey, but my backup character, yes.
I am not proficient in digging tunnels.
I mean, give me a shovel, I can give it a try.
I mean, same. I can, like, fireball the ground.
Fireball's not your answer to everything.
It's true, I haven't used it yet.
Shouldn't be your answer to everything.
She has not experienced the intoxicating freedom that is fireball.
Especially in groups of enemies. As I said, I recommend we come back, go into the green office while no one's there.
I agree with nighttime comebacks, but I'm sitting over by trees, so I can't really voice this.
Or I'm beside.
When you guys figure it out what we're going to be doing, I'm going to sit there tinkering.
Yeah. Anyway, I also recommend, well, this is quietly, or just myself, we don't do it tonight.
Yeah, because breaking in after going to the night of going to the front door worked so well last time.
What if I want him to know I stole his pants? You hear
Anyway,
silence.
I
James
leave
having enough of my
down the
shit.
road towards I can.
Mm-hmm. Everybody else going with?
Yeah.
Sure.
Once we're back at camp, I say to everyone, hey,
Yeah,
here's
Mikey,
my
pretty
suggestion.
much.
Yeah. I say to everyone, here's my suggestion. We wait 2-3 nights, then go back in.
Still his pants.
Cool. Over the course of these nights that we are waiting, I would like to ask Bailey what he did to piss off the Lightning Man.
Lightning Man? Question mark?
The Sky Lightning Man. You got struck by lightning? During the storm?
Struck by lightning. That's it. I did nothing, just got struck by lightning. And don't I look amazing now? Giving a good gesture to just everywhere that's got this on.
Vaguely gestures itself. Yes. Cool. I'll leave you alone. Don't want to push the matter.
You know what? At least I'm not a charisma caster.
Fair.
Oh no, I'm slightly uglier. My spells are weaker.
That's why at least I'm not a charisma caster. I'm an intelligent.
All I'm gonna say is at least he's
You're
not
intelligent. You're singularly intelligent, Bailey.
At least he's not a bard or anything that was specializing in persuasion, since he now has permanent disadvantage to it.
You know what would have been funnier though? Vicious mockery. If I get done by vicious mockery regarding these scars. Ouch.
Mm.
Oh, Mike is typing something.
Yes.
Oh,
Stop
nice.
touching the cat. He keeps glaring at me.
But
I'm
yeah,
concerned.
But I'm
but yeah,
always.
while Mikey's typing it, how keep sassing me, Trent. We'll see where it gets you.
Asked him.
Go on, James.
Want to make a backup? You want your character
No,
permanently
I won't kill him for sassing me.
Yeah.
permanently scar him in a way that
Permanently cripple.
Crowbar knees.
He only
So-
he only has one arm.
your entire life is a lie.
I only need one arm.
So, how long are people going to wait before they come back to the house?
Well, I think it was like a few nights.
I said a minimum of 2, but between 2 and 4 nights.
Yeah.
What is people going to do for the 2 to 4 nights?
Hunt them food so I can eat.
Try to find out what band.
Place I can fish.
There is a river nearby. You asked that last time. You also wanted to throw Pete's brother's body in said river.
Yeah. Dang.
What I want to do is I wish to try work out the commander's routine, if I can, for the night time.
I can help.
Go and create food out of thin air. Nice. Just 30 gallons of water is on the ground.
Basically, I want to know what sort of time he leaves the green office to go to bed.
He seems to go to bed around 10:30 at night.
The other question was, do we see any of the guards doing walkarounds?
No.
That's me.
The Warforged all seem to stay roughly at their positions.
I eat conjured food.
I was going to say, do we see any visible change in routine in guard presence the night after we were there?
The lanterns in a lot of the rooms seem to stay on. Other than that, compared to the first night, not much seems to have changed.
There. I was just going to mention, I'm going to have my owl kind of like fly around every now and then during the night. Just to kind of scouting and looking.
You don't really see much.
Yeah.
As it's a house nighttime, all the lights are on.
Cool.
That's wasting energy.
I will relay this to
They're
everyone.
torches.
They're wasting energy.
You said on, not off.
If I was a druid, whew,
Wasting fuel.
Anyway, so yeah, I would
The lights are
say
all
once.
on. That's what I said.
So yeah, once 3 nights have passed and we've got rough routines and whatnot, I'd suggest coming back after we think he's gone to bed and then breaking into the green office.
Fire another room.
can do.
Why don't
Can you-
enter through a different room? Because
We enter
the
the
green
blue-
office has the bars on the
No.
window.
No,
It's the study that has the bars. The green office does not.
the one with the hexagram on the floor has the bars.
Sorry, my mistake.
Can break into the blue room.
Blue room has someone in it most times.
That's rude. Why would they do that?
I don't know. Why would they do that?
Sounds like there's something in there.
It's probably along the same lines as to why There's a warforged at every door on a keep and like a cellar.
Ah, why'd the map change?
Showing the upper floor.
Oh, we're upstairs. Interesting.
Because your owl and any investigation can see through the upper windows.
This is fair. This is fair. Cool. I will relay this information.
That's
to
also the basic layout from upstairs, since the first map doesn't give it. As I said, there's only a handful of rooms on the bottom and the one room up the top.
sleeping quarters. Hey, stop clicking my mouse, cat. Cool. Good. I don't.
But yes,
Wait.
if everyone's going to come back and make an attack at night, we'll pick that up next week because we're not starting that at 10 to midnight.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, good idea.
At this point, there's not a lot to do.
The cat just rolled at my keyboard and like pushed it back.
That's what you get for having a keyboard.
Oh, how dare!
So yeah, we'll end it there and we'll pick up next week.